All right, what is up, everybody? How's it going? This is episode number 193 of the Unknown Games podcast. I'm your host, Adrian. We're back for another week. We're two in a row. We're on the right track, and I gotta say that it has been a great week. We've had a couple of releases that have come out, some big titles, and we also had Gamescom, which we'll be talking about today. And look, okay, I get it, everyone. I saw a comment last week on the YouTube video like, "Yo, where's Alex at?" Look, Alex is still out. He's still out doing his thing in another country, but he should be back in a couple of weeks, probably 3 weeks. Got to give him some time to get adjusted back to the time zone here in Japan. But until then, we still got our boy Ehe joining us. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up?
Yeah.
Playing more Trails to Daybreak. Amazing game.
Man, you've been on that Trails to Daybreak. I've been on that Wukong, man. I've been on the journey. Yeah. This is the only game I've made like a concession on. It's because I'm playing on my OLED on the 4K.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I decided
you're right. You told me that.
I'm doing 4K 30, bro. I ain't never played a game in 30 FPS. Sorry, I haven't played one in a very long time. It's not like I haven't played a game in 30 FPS before. That's pretty much all we used to play. But it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
It is 4K.
Yeah.
That game looks like a fake game. Like it looks like it's too good to be a game. It's something that you'll find in like a movie.
That's what it seems like, and like there are some points where I've had that feeling like, whoa, this is like I walk around the game not because I'm afraid of what's gonna happen. I'm just like, in a Souls game I walk because I'm like I'm cautious. This game I walk because I want to see, like I gotta see like what on earth, like the vistas, everything. It's beautiful. It's crazy. They've actually fulfilled that promise. We thought it would, like you said, the game couldn't look like that.
I'm still like skeptical over it because like every time I saw like the combat, it doesn't feel like it have any impact. Like whenever you hit someone, the enemy doesn't react. That's what I'm noticing from like all of this stream. What does it feel for you?
So yeah, let's go on and just hop on into this. We'll get like what we've been playing out of the way pretty quickly, so we can talk about, because we got some Gamescom, specifically Monster Hunter, that we want to get into. For me, I'll be real with you. I think hold up, let me adjust my mic. Okay, there we go. Mic was acting strange. Real talk. When I first started playing it, I'm about 6 hours to the game, and I've been. It plays like. It does not play like a Devil May Cry, or it does, and it does not play like
it's very clear. It's not Devil May Cry.
Yeah. It doesn't have that. You do have a perfect dodge. So far, I do not have any defensive mechanics, so I can't parry. I don't know if there is a parry in the game. You do have
like a video that said that defense are not like the main focus. That the dodging are like the main.
The dodge. Yeah. So the way that it kind of goes is it's very, very similar to, you have a light attack and you have a heavy attack. The heavy attack uses a focus meter, and all this stuff is stamina based. So you do have a stamina gauge, which means that if you attack too much, you're going to run out of stamina and you can't attack, or, you get little attacks coming out. But the way that they want you to play is you mash light attack, you build focus, and then you use your heavy move. Yeah, which it's really strange because there are times when I want to work a heavy attack into a combo, but there's not really quote combos, because if you don't, because if you don't have if you don't charge your key, basically, if you don't charge the key, then your heavy attack doesn't come out. It'll cut you have to charge it. So there's like a little bit of there's a lot of delay actually. I don't know if you played Stellar Blade, right?
I did not play Stellar Blade. I don't know.
PS5, killing. So I'm gonna say right now, Stellar Blade heavily locked you into animations. Like when you did moves, you had to commit, but you always had the option to parry, right? And you always felt like you could kind of get out. The heavy attack is so committed. Bro, you might as well not do it. You really should just do a heavy attack when you need to. So it's pretty much mash light, combo, light, build your meter, and then perfect dodge, that'll build your key up more, and then you can use your heavy attacks. But they give you other options. You get what I think is, it plays really close to Neo. Honestly, it feels like
Is it why like the attack feels so weak? Because
the
like I said, like the enemy doesn't react at all, and that
I don't
bothers me.
I don't know what it is
There's no like impact at all into the
because
hit.
so like this game, real talk, it came out 2.1 million people playing plus on Steam
Yeah.
concurrently.
90% of it was in China, I think.
I mean, even on Twitch, it was pulling in 350K views on Twitch, and I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of people who have been streaming have been enjoying it. I'm trying to basically wait until it opens up more with the combat because I love a lot of the world that they've built. I like the lore that they're putting in the game, the item descriptions and all that stuff. It's amazing, but the AI for the enemies, they're not really a challenge, and the actual bosses, they're cool. I think they are difficult. It hits like a Souls game. It hits like a Souls game. But I felt the same. I feel the same way you do, right? There is like my controller doesn't even vibrate when I hit enemies.
Oh my god, no!
I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't. And I don't know
It
if
would have like fine for me if the controller vibrate. If the controller doesn't even vibrate, damn.
So the controller doesn't vibrate.
It's not like a power fantasy. Then it's like a.
It's kind of weird because I felt
keep
like
insisting that it's not a Souls game though.
But it's not.
So
it hits
weird.
like a Souls game. It has a stamina system like a Souls game, but they want you to mash it out like if you were playing maybe something more like a Dynasty Warriors. I'm still trying to wrap my mind how they want me to play it. I actually am, because when you fight the bosses, it's different than fighting the normal enemies. The normal enemies are like fodder. They might as well not exist. But the bosses, they make you kind of respect them a little bit and try to find out ways to use your techniques, because you have transformation, which is basically like turning into your own summon, which is kind of cool. And then you also have like, what were those things called? Yokai? Yeah, like the yokai in Nioh too. You also have stuff like that. So you have two different like systems that can kind of help you in the fight and figuring out how to use it. The one thing, like I said, Stellar Blade spoiled the crap out of me because that game had a lot of exploration, huge maps, but they hid stuff around the maps, and I really enjoyed that. I was really disappointed. The first thing they do in Wukong, you drop in and you see like this little place that you feel like you can go to. Nope, invisible walls. And I think most of the streamers I've watched play the game have like, that's the first thing they're like, oh, let me go explore, hit a wall. Oh,
they
okay.
didn't say it's gonna be like really linear.
It is, and I'm fine with that. Like I said,
yeah, that's fine.
Stellar Blade did spoil me. I think where this game shines, Stellar Blade, I've 100% better combat. Unless this game's combat opens up more, you know a game is good when you just run around pressing buttons just to press the buttons.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in Stellar Blade, man. I was pressing buttons and it felt good. I enjoyed the crap out of it.
I heard it's coming to PC too.
Yeah, and it should. It doesn't have the story that like Wukong probably has. Like Wukong, that opening cutscene, bro.
I mean, like Wukong is like story gonna be good because like the Monkey King, the Wukong legend haven't like been explored much in video game or like any like Western movie. So
yeah, and
the one game that
it's the one
Lost Odyssey. What's that game again? The modern one, Lost Odyssey or something.
Wait, Lost Odyssey was the 1,000 Nights. Right, Lost Odyssey. Yeah.
It is Lost Odyssey.
Yeah. No, I mean it's. I'm hoping it opens up more, and I'm like with more set piece battles from the trailers we've seen. Obviously, those got me real hype. And then the opening cutscene battle, that junk was. I watched someone play at 4K with like 60 FPS, bro. And this game.
Like with when he's battling with Nimbus Cloud. Battling. Okay,
yeah.
I see that. That was amazing.
That junk. This game is running Unreal 5, and it's like the physics on like the water. Dude, the water looks so amazing. I'm staring at water textures, all this stuff. I'm over here looking like I haven't felt this way since I looked at Demon Souls PS5. That's one of the only other games I've seen that's like, dude, this game looks like nothing I've seen before in terms of what they're doing and how just graphically it just I feel like this is what next gen This is what I was
Yeah.
promised, and it's
I feel
awesome.
like Unreal 5 is engine is just insane. Like even Fortnite looks insanely amazing.
Yeah.
I've been playing Fortnite again, and
Hmm.
it just looks amazing right now with the new Unreal 5 update.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's something. I'll definitely come back in and check in with you all just to show, just to give an update about how it is. Like I said, the thing I love the most is anytime you kill an enemy, if it's a new enemy, they have like a whole myth, a story behind the enemy. There's like 5 paragraphs written,
Oh damn.
and they
Okay.
interlink with each other too. So
Nice.
you really do get to piece together the story. But if you don't, just like any other Souls game, you're gonna be like, well, what am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more. But so you're still playing Trails?
I'm playing the second one,
Okay.
Kurono Kiseki too, and then also I'm playing Zenless Zone Zero. I've been like addicted to that game. I feel like
ZZZ.
that's the first like gacha game that's really hooks me.
I'm afraid to do it. Like I played a little bit of it, like, and I was
Mm.
like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like, and they had a new trailer at Gamescom for another
Yeah,
character. I mean, I feel like it's so you're more
Gendo.
action oriented too, and yeah, the combat's slick, man. That game's slick.
The combat it just looks good. It feels good too. And it's simple, but like it's okay. People want to play simple game. It's not that like I saw that the criticism that this game is not doesn't have the combo that it's like Devil May Cry. It's not trying to be Devil May Cry. It's trying to be its own thing. It's a
Right,
gacha game.
right.
Like it doesn't even have a jump button. Come on, dude.
It doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't have a jump button, but it doesn't need it with the way you're kind
yeah,
of like transferring in and out. I also just
yeah. With
realized um,
the parry system.
I hit the wrong button. We're live on my Twitch, so we're
That's
good.
okay. Let's just keep going with your YouTube then.
We just go and
Let's
put it
just
on
keep
in
going on
there.
YouTube.
So yeah, outside of that, so we had I was gonna say yeah. We're talking about ZZZ, yeah, ZZZ.
ZZ, yeah.
They have a new area that's going to be coming out and a new character.
In
So
1.2.
yeah,
Yeah, Jane is coming in like 2 weeks, and then 1.2 is coming like later, in 2 months, I think. Because 1.1 just released, and like they're still trying to get me.
there.
I still haven't spent any money on it, but I was thinking if I lose like a 50-50 on Jane, I'll probably pay a little bit of money in
Hey
this
man,
game.
I'm just saying if
It's
you
like,
want to,
I
if you
do
want,
play also I also play Honkai Star Rail, but like I also like that game, but it doesn't hook me like how Zenless Zone Zero hooked
I
me.
feel like okay. So I'm very curious about this, right? Genshin didn't hook me because I didn't like the combat really, and I didn't like the kind of
Yeah.
gotcha aspect of it. And then Honkai Star Rail, I didn't play, but I've always heard good things about it. But the only bad thing I heard is there's too much talking. There's too much
Yeah,
story.
that's too much talking.
The,
Zenless Zone Zero fixed that with the a skip button.
with the skip.
Yeah, that's a skip button.
Wait, so
But
do you
I'm not
find
gonna lie,
yeah?
I like the story, so I just skip
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I
yeah,
was
I
I
like
was
the
gonna
story.
ask. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you end up skipping because
Yeah, the
I was
story is good.
yeah,
The animation is good. Like the
dude,
animation is just amazing. It's just so charming. I love it.
dude, the
It feels like a
animation
cartoon.
is sick. I don't know what they're smoking. Like, if this is just the game that got all the budget after they made all
No,
the but like
it
what?
makes sense because like it come out years after Genshin and Honkai Star Rail after
Yeah,
they made so much money on top of it from
it
the pandemic
shows,
stuff.
dude. It
Yeah,
shows like. Even like of course the trailers they're great with their trailers, but
yeah.
just
The
the way that
music
they
video, it's amazing. It's amazing.
yeah, Zenless Zone Zero. I might have to actually try to. It's on my PS5
You
because
did, you did.
I just sometimes I feel like I want to get into these games and I'm not sure if I can keep it up. But
Mm.
do you think they release another HoYoverse game?
Uh,
When do they
for now,
stop?
I don't
When
think so. I think like
when do they stop?
I don't think like they are there's any in development right now because like Zenless Zone Zero was the last thing that they developed, I think, and I haven't heard much about like anything else.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, this might be like the last game in a while,
it has to be
unless they're
hopefully.
gonna release Genshin too.
Well, let them stir, let them cook until we get like the the Hoyoverse movie or something like that. We'll
Yeah,
we'll
I
let
mean
them.
the anime is coming out for Genshin.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but
Jeez
we haven't
Louise.
heard that in a while. Also, Honkai Star is collabing with
Oh,
Fate.
Fate. Yeah,
That's
that
yeah.
trailer from Gamescom. Holy crap. Well, I was not expecting that. I was like,
It was
okay,
revealed a few weeks ago.
okay,
They
okay.
just like made the animation now.
We also have the Dave the Diver stuff.
They
That
were
was
Diver like
yeah.
collabing with Balatro.
Balatro. I was like, yo, Dave the Diver going in
They collab
like
with
hard.
Godzilla and Nikkei.
They've had like the best collabs, like back to back to back to back. They've had like solid collabs with that game, which has been just unexpected stuff too. Like you just wouldn't like go, oh, like this is going to be in Dave the Diver, but it really just kind of plays to everything. So yeah, kudos to them and landing some of those. But anyways, yeah, let's just go hop on into Monster Hunter, just because I know we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about with Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Wilds, and that's the main thing that I think a lot of people kind of latched on to from Gamescom.
I
There's
think
a
that's why I was like waking up at 2 a.m. because I want to see the Monster Hunter stuff.
man. So yeah, let's look at let's just go ahead and look at this right here. So they had a trailer, and they've also have a gameplay demo that we saw, and the monster in the trailer was Labrina. What was this thing called? Lala
What?
Barina. I'm trying to say the name.
spider?
The spider, yeah. Lala
Oh, yeah,
Labrina.
yeah. The new spider.
The bloody spider.
Looks sick.
Just
They also
crazy.
showed that it was in the monster nest, and the monster nest looks amazing. It's
That-
like is that like the first time we ever been to like a monster nest that big? I hope like every
maybe.
monster have like a specific one like that because that would be sick.
I'm hoping so too. Like a lot of the, like to be real, to be honest, this like the colors and the theme. I was like, are we in Silent Hill? Like Silent Hill crossed over into Monster Hunter? Because
Yeah.
it like and apparently there have been some spiders in previous Monster Hunter games, but there's not too many of them. This is one of the what do they call them? They're calling them
There was
the
oh, you mean like the species name?
Temak.
No.
I can't say it.
Yeah.
Timosaran.
I don't know
That's
if
what it
like
said.
Ragnar Kadaki, but that's like from Rise. Or like from like a few games ago.
Yeah, that was in the Scarlet Forest, and it's. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna pull the trailer up and we just have that running for a little bit before we get into like the mechanics and stuff that they did in the gameplay. I mean, what'd you think when you saw the trailer?
I mean, like I came in expecting to see the flagship monster. Then
Mhm.
I was kind of a little bit disappointed, but everything I see from the trailer just like it looks very good. The monster was called the lightning monster looks
I think
good.
it's Raydon.
Yeah, Raydao.
Raydon. Let's call him that man
Apparently
Radon. Let's call him Radon.
Well, that's the apex monster for that area, for the desert area. Do they like even tell us how many area there is? Because we only seen one, right?
We've only seen one, and
Because they
haven't.
kind of imply there's gonna be multiple. Because they said the Raydao is the apex monster of that
that
region or
specific
area.
exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah, they
I was
have.
waiting. There's like 2-3 more of that as big
There-
as a map.
So
hopefully.
in World we had how many areas? We had the kind
We
of
had
ancient.
the forest, ancient forest, the ice. Wait, yeah, no, the
Ice was Iceborne,
It
right?
looked like the like kind of like the underwater area, but it's not underwater. It looks like it's
Oh
underwater.
yeah. The
that
place
thing.
where you fought like the had all the
The
colors.
balloon monster.
The balloons,
balloon
yeah,
monster,
yeah.
And then you got the volcano stuff.
Yes.
Think
So we had like
that's it.
3. Where's the
Oh,
ancient
there's also,
dragon
like,
area?
the-
The crystal place was that? That also
That
had
like
that was the
desert
volcano
area too.
Yeah,
That
there
like
was
the
desert.
area.
Okay, so I think we
Yeah.
had like a solid 4 kind of
But
environments.
this game is like a lot larger, so I'm expecting like 2 more or 3 more.
I don't like.
Maximum.
I'm very curious because the way that this game is that every area has two personalities essentially. You have like, as they called it, the bountiful kind of portion. So like when it turns to like the desert kind of area, when it's a little bit more calm, and you have monsters that are not really carnivorous. You know, they're the kind of peaceful ones. But then, but then when it gets kind of crazy and it changes over to that other atmosphere, like when Ray Dawn comes out.
There's gonna be like day and night like cycle, like different monsters are gonna be appearing at night, and then different monsters are gonna appearing at day.
Yeah,
I like the weather stuff too, like the sandstorm. Like I'm really excited for this game. Oh my god, this is the most ever I'm excited for a Monster Hunter game.
Well, I'm gonna pull
Even
up
back in Rise, I was like that.
I'll pull up the trailer, not the trailer, but the actual gameplay. Like I said, they did do a gameplay demo for it, and essentially, there's a couple things that are changing. So one thing that we just mentioned was the day-night cycle, the weather cycle, the fact that once you finish a quest, we talked about this last week, you don't have to go back. You can carve. Apparently you can walk. You walk on top of the monsters now, and you can carve them.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, hitbox for the monster when they died. Also, there's gonna be like NPC running around in the hunting area, which is insane to me. Because,
Exactly.
like, it's never been done before.
There's NPCs that are, I don't know what happens to them if they get caught up in the fight or anything, but
I feel like they just gonna be like disappear or something. It's like
I want them to stay out there. I want them to stay out there and and help you. But yeah, so they were showing the game off, and I'm gonna skip on into the hunt really quick. Because this is the first time we've actually seen a hunt, and the game, I mean, it's running the game is running very well, and we got to see the desert environment and how it transforms into like the sandstorm, and we had like the what do you call the thing? I can't remember what you call it when you're sinking in the sand, and it's just not quicksand, but there's a part in the trailer where the hunter was actually getting like sucked into the ground, and they had to get on the sacred to like ride out of it, or else they would have, I don't know what would have happened if you actually fall down or get sucked completely in it. But I mean, I felt like the number one thing that they've kind of done with this is they've made a lot of the things in world a lot easier. Number one, they took the time to you don't have to get those scout flies back. You don't have to do that. Yeah, apparently you just hop on your sacred. It knows where the monster is, and it takes you directly there. You don't even have to like control it. Another thing that's really cool is they made an adjustment to the map, where the map now is 3D. It's a 3D representation.
Like 3D. Yeah. They say they changed that because a lot of people get lost in the ancient forest in most of the world.
I for one did.
I did get lost. I did get lost too. It was confusing.
It was because it was like the multi-layer. It just wasn't really represented on the map that well, and so, and to be honest, it's not like there was that many places where that happened. It was really just the ancient forest. But the fact that they took the time to redo the map system. They also made it larger too. Like you can full screen the map now if you want to zoom around, and it tells you like all the little stuff that was written in Rise that you couldn't really see sometimes because it was small. Now you can just, while you're on your sacred riding and hunting and all that, you can like get the information now where environmental traps are, and just I mean, there's a lot of play with the environment in this. I mean, did you see anything that you thought was pretty cool?
They made like a lot of quality of life change. Like there's a auto heal feature now where it automatically choose like the best potion for you. Yeah. So like if you only need to heal like a bit of health, it's gonna choose a potion. But if you need to, it's like you took like a massive hit, it's gonna choose like the mega potion, which is interesting to me. Which make life so much easier. I accept that with open arm. I don't care about what the purists say. I don't care about them.
Yeah,
I don't care if they. I don't
care if the purists on this one. It's good. That. They also even when Homeboy was playing the demo, he was like, "Okay, I'm getting beat up right now, but I can like immediately call the Sacred, which the Sacred is your mount in this game, and it'll come and just essentially rescue you." So he was just saying like, "Look, I know there might be some beginners, and it doesn't matter if you're getting beat up, whatever, you can just call it in, and that's your way out. And you can, like you said, you can heal on the Sacred. You can the Sacred even has its own pouch.
Palamute. It's kind of like Palamute.
It's like a
It's
Palamute
a
with
more like built Palamute.
exactly. They were saying that any of the items that you collect in the field will actually go to your sacred. Like it's like a separate pouch that's there. So if you need to craft stuff or do anything, you can have stuff on that thing. And of course, your secondary weapon, that's a huge change. You can have 2 weapons on at any given time and change them on your sacred.
Yeah. The like bringing 2 weapon. I'm gonna like honestly, I'm gonna bring my sword and shield, my beloved sword and shield, and I want to try bow. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
bow
what I'm gonna
game,
bring. Now you're gonna make me bring something else, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring bow. I want to try that.
The bow is
It
fun.
feels like it's like one of the first time in Monster Hunter game that I want to try every weapon because of the precision. The focus strike.
The focus strike,
Like
which
some
they
of them are just too good.
yeah they showed that off, and they showed off the fact that like right here you can see you can get on top of the monster and like ride them, which we had a mechanic like that in Rise, but that was to control the monster, not just like,
and then like
stab it and then
use that to fight other monsters.
Yeah. And that's honestly, like, I feel like that's like the craziest thing is that they've really leaned into the environments having this duality to them and getting really fierce, like you can see in the trailer. Actually, and all the hunts that we've seen so far when they were fighting Doshaguma, they always were in a pack. Like these dudes roll in a pack, and they some big dudes.
I love how you need to scatter them first. Like you need to get the dung bomb.
Yeah.
It's called, and then just like shoot the alpha, and they will just like scatter. So you're gonna fight it alone. Or you can just like fight all of them if you want. But why would you want that?
If you want to,
if you want to, you can.
You can. But I mean it's something that we haven't had to use in a long time, I think, and now we get to use it. And they also they kept the apex or the fights between the monsters, but it doesn't matter. War. Yeah, it doesn't matter who the turf war is between. I mean, the little guys are getting in there and like legit jumping the big guys, and they said like it's not determined. Like the little guys, they can win the fights. They can win those fights. But Doshaguma, like, straight up picked up one of them and threw it at another. And I was like, dude, what the heck?
Have you seen, like, any of the old monsters yet? Because, like, armor basically confirmed, like, most of them. But we haven't seen, like, we only seen, like, the new one, right? I'm excited for, like, to see, like, this new Resident Evil engine. To see, like, the Ratalos or, like, some, like, my favorite character.
Yeah. I mean, I think we were able to confirm the Rathalos by the armor, but
even like
the sword.
That one like pink monkey one. What's it called? Congo Lala, the one that keeps farting a lot.
I don't want him ever back again. He can leave. He can stay where he is
because the armor was in it too.
He can stay where he can stay exactly where he's at.
Oh, speaking of armor, you can like choose multiple style now. So you can like choose the style that mostly used by female hunter. You can use it to your male hunter now. It's really exciting because I want to wear the Kirin armor.
So for people who don't know, Monster Hunter forever has had separate sets for male and female. And if your character is a male character, you could not wear the female armor. Like
and otherwise
vice versa. So now, like I said, you'll be able to just do either or, which is cool, right? Because honestly, some of them look cooler than others for like each of the gender ones.
Like the Kirin one.
The Kirin one was cool. And they're also doing with the armor, they're doing set bonuses. Those are going to be back, but they're also going to have like almost essentially like passive bonuses passive skills that are going to be on the armor as well. So different monsters. I thought this was really cool. They were saying that you might have a monster A and monster B, and when you combine their armor types, they're going to give you a different type of skill, as opposed to or a passive skill or whatever, as opposed to having a set bonus of just like all of the same monster type or monster. Sorry, I thought that was interesting. And I mean, there's just they even said the weapons too. Even the weapons are going to have like passive skills.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa. Okay, they're giving us depth. They're giving us a lot of play with the environment and setting up traps. You can now set up the trap and then set up the trap. You can, put it back up and reposition it without losing it.
Yeah.
Finally.
And also like the barrel, you can roll over them. It actually have physics now.
The barrels has it. I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
Ooh, the
Yeah, so I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. They have physics now. You can just like roll them into the monster and they explode. It's amazing.
I mean, I think the thing about this more than anything is everything is constantly on the move, and when it gets aggressive, and you're really rewarded for using a lot of the traps in the environment, and you're really rewarded for just being aware of your surroundings and being a hunter,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen to these poor monsters. I don't know if I've ever felt bad for a monster before.
Yeah. A lot of those focus right is just insane. They will just like they will just suffer a lot more.
They be getting hurt, bro. They be getting
You
hurt.
see the dual blade? Damn, like chill.
He's like just ripping into him.
I feel like the monster doesn't deserve that. Like, damn.
I will say the thing about the Doshagumo that it was like towards the end of the hunt, the dude was like, "Oh," I was like, "Why are all the like when you're in focus mode or when you damage a monster enough, parts of its skin start glowing red, almost like it's out of Resident Evil, and that lets you know, like, hey, go into focus mode and attack it right there to deal massive damage." So for Doshaguma, he was actually, the producer was saying that Doshaguma, once it gets like really enraged, all of the focus spots that you've hit so far will show. So it was just covered in red. It was covered in red, and it does that. It's like it's a monster specific thing.
The one last hit that you can do for like the monster probably.
No, he said
like,
it.
Okay.
He said it was specifically Doshaguma, like his as a monster.
Maybe like
that's
some monster have like other type. Yeah, okay.
Which I thought was, dude, each of the monsters are having their own, which they've always done that type of stuff, but that's just sick. I don't know. I love the level of detail they go into with the monsters and how they interact with each other and how they really are a species,
Yeah.
Jeez. And there's some sort of counter hit too. Like, I don't know. There's so much stuff.
Like the some of the weapon have like small change too. Like the longsword, you can cancel out of the helm breaker. If you are missing the monster, you can just cancel it out, so you don't lose your spirit gauge.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
As long as the helm breaker don't trip me.
Yeah.
That's all I care for. Don't trip me or hurt me.
The longsword user, I'm expecting it at the point.
You're expecting it to happen. Gosh, these longsword users. I will say, actually, I was gonna forget what I was gonna say really quickly. That's what it is. In the demo, you can, and this is actually pretty huge. If you like playing Monster Hunter solo or offline, whatever, you now have AI companions. And up to 3 other AI companions can join you on the hunt, and they're like, the AI works really well. If you lay a trap down, they're going to be very cognizant of that and stop attacking the monster and try to lure it back to the trap, just like hunters would.
It's like a very welcoming feature, because like some people just want to do like offline hunt and just lose yourself like watching YouTube. This feature was first introduced in Sunbreak.
Really?
Yeah, Sunbreak. Sunbreak have that. But yeah,
I'm glad it was. I mean, this is honestly for me. When I was on PSP, I used to do all the hunts by myself because I didn't have any friends who played Monster Hunter back then, because Monster Hunter wasn't cool, wasn't popular. And the way that they had the system back then is that you would go to the quest board, and in order to like get the actual good armor, you had to progress through the multiplayer quest, not the story quest, and you had to do that. But the issue with it is it gave all the monsters 4x health because they were expecting you to do it, with other people. And man, I used to be fighting hunts to the minute, bro. I was fighting them for the minute. So this is cool, especially like if your friends aren't able to get on at the time, and you still just want to have some assistance come out. I think it's a really good feature that they brought back then. Man, I don't know if there's anything else. They did redesign the what do you call the menu for selecting your potions and everything? They
The
gave you a
UI.
yeah, the UI
Yeah.
for that. There's a whole new UI that kind of groups things a little bit differently. You can still choose the old UI. You can, all the auto concoction and mixing and all that stuff still there.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they're making everything more accessible, easier
Which
to
is
get
good.
into. Yeah.
But
Uh,
this game, I feel like this game gonna sell well.
it,
Like
it it is.
it
It
is.
is.
Like it's gonna sell well with Monster Hunter fans, but also like new fans looking at this like new amazing graphic. They're gonna hook in this game,
I feel like that was the thing that happened with Monster Hunter World, right? There's a lot of people
especially
who,
with more like accessibility option.
yes, more
It's gonna be
accessibility,
great.
the crossplay, like that's going to be
Yeah.
huge. And the fact that, yeah, I think people are fine with paying for a game and understanding that, hey, I get all of this. I'm paying for a game. It's multiplayer with my friends. I think people don't really care if it's something that they've seen before and it doesn't really hook them. It doesn't really kind of feel new. But the way that they're kind of spinning, not world, but wilds is like it's just like it feels like even for fans it looks a little bit new, it feels a little bit new, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
adding all these nuances. So I can't wait to hop into it. And I mean, you'll hop into it, I know Alex will probably hop into it, and
Yeah.
we'll all be playing.
I'm gonna. I cannot even play like 7 hours a day yet because I have a job now, and
you know
I was
you,
thinking,
hold up.
no, I can.
you,
It wasn't even the pandemic anymore. Like I cannot spend it
you know what
because
always
when Rise came out, I played that shit with on 7 hours a day with my friend Rat. We just spend time on Discord like 7 hours and play Monster Hunter all day.
so when World came out, I was playing with my coworkers, and we were still, it was before the pandemic, obviously, and
Yeah, obviously.
we had to
Yeah.
commute to work. I'll tell you right now, bro, we all came to work and we just looked so tired because we'd all played together till like 2 a.m., woke up for the
Yeah.
train at 5 or 6 a.m., and got to work, and we're just like, "Sup, man?" It wasn't that long ago. We were just hunting. You want to go back tonight? Let's go.
It's basically your second job.
It was our second job, then we went to the real job. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just these Monster Hunter has a wonderful community. I don't think I've ever had like any griefing issues or anything like that, but it's because you play
Yeah.
with your friends, and even if you
Yeah.
play online,
Even
I
if you
don't
play like random like SOS like thing, you save people. You
exactly.
you wanna help them be better at the game and not try to like discourage them. It is amazing. Yeah.
So yeah, we actually talked the entire time that the hunt was going. We finished the hunt in talk time.
Shit.
We
Yeah.
watched the entire hunt. So uh, kudos there. And the game is scheduled to come out sometime next year. There's still not a solid release date. They were saying summer
Like, very
2025.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a weird.
I'm expecting there's gonna be like a demo, like an actual demo that people can play, and not like some convention demo. And like after TGS, I do feel like there's gonna be like a demo there.
Hopefully so, because I mean,
Yeah,
there's a demo at Gamescom for the public, which means there's going to be
I wanna see
a
that
TGS
game,
demo.
how that game is gonna be running on my PC.
It should be
That's what
fine.
says it, man.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is being devved on a PS5 kit, so
Mm.
um, it'll run much better on on the PC, obviously. So I don't think you'll
Yeah.
have any, because World didn't have any issues. No,
I did.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully. But yeah, speaking of like PS5 port, Final Fantasy 16 is finally coming out to PC in September, right?
It's yeah. Is it September? I didn't actually check the
Yeah,
date.
it's coming out in September.
Oh, okay.
And like the demo is out right now,
Hmm.
and it runs. I thought this game was gonna run so bad on my PC, but damn, it runs smoothly.
I mean,
The cutscene was bad. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the cutscene was pre-rendered or something because the cutscene ran on 30 FPS. But after like the cutscene, my game runs like 120, 140.
Yeah, yeah. Also, to everyone who's joining us in the chat, thanks for hanging out. We're just talking about some games and reviewing Gamescom, and I don't usually do the podcast on my Twitch channel, but I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so we're here. But settle on in, and thanks for joining us. I will say, yeah. So I don't know. I'm lukewarm. I have weird feelings when it comes to FF16. You know, when you told me, you're like, yeah, it's coming to PC, and the first thing I said was, it doesn't fix the purple skies. I still got to play the DLC.
I don't understand what that means.
You'll understand.
See, yeah.
You'll understand. But yeah, the combat's great in that game. Combat is so solid. They did a wonderful job. And so the demo was running at what frame rate for you?
For like 120, 140 on Ultra.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of monitor do you have?
But like the cutscene are like running on like 30 for some reason. Only the cutscene.
If I remember correctly, even for the base game on PS5, they did have the whole thing was it ran 60 in combat. Out of combat, it was okay if it dropped or whatever. Like it wasn't like a guarantee. Like, hey, we're gonna lock it. So it is kind of weird that the cutscenes though that they left. Maybe they just left those as is or something. I never noticed if they were 30 or 60 though.
I don't know if it's like pre-rendered. I feel like it does feel pre-rendered, but I don't know.
They're supposed to be for FF16, the one with Clive. So if I remember correctly, all those are in game. Like it's just all like seamless transition. I don't think they're loading any type of pre-rendering stuff. If I remember correctly, because that junk was good.
I get to experience like the first like kaiju fight between two someone. It was crazy, but it's basically a rail shooter. I don't know if like the other are gonna be like some different gimmick, but the one I played was like kind of like a rail shooter.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but yes, they're all different gimmicks. That's all I can say.
Okay, nice. I just want it to be different gimmick. I don't want to just keep doing the rail shooter.
Yeah, they're all different gimmicks, but it's I'm because we'd heard about this, and I feel like hopefully Square now will just stop. Like we're good, right? Square, you're good. You don't need to do this anymore. Doing this whole exclusivity thing. I think that's done. I think that's done for a lot of things.
It's not even releasing on EGS exclusively. It's just like coming on Steam like immediately.
Which is good.
Which is make me hopeful that Rebirth is gonna be on PC and like on Steam.
It should, right?
Like later next year.
Well, wasn't Crisis Core available? Well, Crisis Core I guess was a little bit different because it was on everything.
Let's just go by
day
EGS
one
first.
Yeah.
Was it EGS first?
Was it EGS first and then? Okay.
Wait, never mind. It was on Steam.
Yeah, that one was a little bit different because it was also on Switch, Cloud Stream. I forgot Switch some or another. Which, speaking of the Switch, by the way, they've essentially devs are kind of confirming that there ain't going to be a new Switch until probably April, May next year.
Yeah.
At the earliest. I'm like, man, Nintendo, I just want to play Pokemon Unite on a stable hardware. I'm sorry. It's just me. I'm in a very audience of 5. But it'll be, you're right. September 17th is when it'll be available on PC. You can get that from the Steam store, and you can get the demo right now if you have a PC and you want to try out FF16. Definitely go ahead and give it a try because the combat is great. The characters are fun, and I think you'll get a story that you haven't gotten in a Final Fantasy in a while or ever. And I think it's worth a try. If you're not playing Concord. No one's playing Concord. Okay.
No one's playing Concord. Yeah.
This is what I need. This is what Alex. That's exactly what Alex would do. Just silence right there. It's perfect. Anything else from Gamescom? Oh yeah, we talked about Secret Level. Yes, let me pull that trailer up really quick too. Secret Level. There we go. So Secret Level is a. Let me just turn the sound on with that too. Secret Level is being done by the same studio that did Love, Death, and Robots. If you've seen the anthology on Netflix, they're doing a similar thing, which is another anthology, but this time it's a love letter to video games.
The game industry. Oh, Love, Dead and Robot is amazing anthology series. I love that. I watched all 3 seasons and I love it, and that's why I'm really excited for this series.
Yeah, which will be, I believe, available on Amazon Prime exclusively December 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. I'll check the date after this. But this year.
Yeah.
So
I was
we don't
kind
have
of
to wait long.
skeptical a bit when they said there's gonna be a gaming anthology. I was like, okay, they're gonna pick some lame series, and then I saw Armored Core. Like, okay, never mind. I took that back
This
immediately.
this
I see
reminded,
Armored Core. I see Pac-Man. I see Mega Man. Okay, never
yeah.
mind. This is an actual love letter to gaming.
And they said that they're working with the actual devs, or the the studios, to kind of make sure that everything hits the way it should hit. And yeah, I don't know, like this, what came to mind for me is when I was streaming Elden Ring, and Shell was like, I'd watch an Elden Ring movie. And just like you said, like, oh yeah, Armored Core, I was like, oh my goodness, they're actually doing a FromSoft game. Like I was like, where's the Souls game? It's Armored Core, which is really cool. But we have on the list of games they're going to be doing, it's it's actually a good chunk. There's 15 episodes, and we've got things from Armored Core, Concord, Crossfire, Dungeons and Dragons, Exodus, Honor of Kings, Mega Man, New World, Atrium, Pac-Man, various PlayStation Studios games. I'm reading the description
the
here.
Pac-Man one looks weird because the Pac-Man one looks like it's post-apocalyptic.
What
And
if, yeah,
like, okay, I don't know where this is going, but I'm really excited where they go with this. Mega Man looks Mega Man, but yeah.
Mega Man looks Mega Man. I'm not gonna lie. There's also Sifu, Spelunky, The Outer Worlds, Unreal Tournament, and Warhammer 40k. So I just wanted to say those last ones. But yeah, the Pac-Man one, let me pull that up on the trailer. It's like the last little tidbit. So yeah, it looks like Pac-Man isn't eating Ghost anymore.
It's like Pac-Man is accompanying someone on like a journey, like in a post-apocalyptic. It's like, okay,
You want him to be the Ghost from Destiny?
I don't know where this is going, but I'm excited.
I don't know what it's the fact that if it is Pac-Man, I have this up on stream right now. It looks like it has like a bunch of different like teeth inside of it, kind of, like
Yeah.
like it's a mouth for real, but it is not a mouth you want to. Yeah, it's gonna kill you. I feel like it's gonna seek you out and kill you if you don't watch out. So yeah, that is this wonderful thing called Secret Level. And let me just double check really quickly. It should be coming out on December 10th. That's right. Which I believe is that the same time as Indiana Jones? I believe December 9th is Indiana Jones, which is also coming to PS5. So big changes over at Xbox. Slowly doing some things differently. I don't think I have anything else. Ehe, do you have anything?
Like, speaking of the ONL, or like what's the name again? Gamescom.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to say that was the only thing I was excited about, the Secret Level. There was some like few hits that's like some people could call big. That's gonna be like Borderlands 4, which I play Borderlands 3. I play Borderlands 2. I was a fan of Borderlands, but I don't know if I want to come back.
Hey, maybe the movie, maybe all the bad talk on the movie was to actually make sure that this trailer didn't get leaked.
Probably, yeah. They did say it wasn't leaking. It didn't get leaked.
It didn't get leaked because we were all talking about how bad the movie was.
Yeah. There was some stuff with Little Nightmares. There was the original developer, I think, made another game that looks like Little Nightmares.
Yep, and that's true.
On the same show, they also show Bandai Namco shows Little Nightmares 3.
Exactly.
Which was confusing to me. Because like, okay, did I just saw this game?
You just saw a version of it, but was that so? Little Nightmares 3 looked like it was co-op, right?
It looks like co-op, but you can say that to like Little Nightmares 2 as well.
That's true.
But
that's true.
We don't know. It is definitely don't make like co-op game, but I don't remember anything else from Gamescom that really said me. The last thing that they show was the Mafia, a new Mafia game, which is like
going back to the 19 whatever, going back to the founding of the Mafia, as they said, like going back in the day.
Yeah, I played Mafia 2, but I didn't play Mafia 3. I heard some bad, some good thing about it. But yeah, if it's more like Mafia 2, then I'll be in on it.
I'm trying to find the Mafia: The Old Country is what it's called.
The Old Country.
And we've just
So
had
it probably took place in Italy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The I want to say the collection just came out on Steam, and the remastered one is on Game Pass right now.
Yeah.
If you want to play some Mafia.
Okay. One last thing I want to talk. This was not on Gamescom, but this was like a day after Gamescom. Risk of Rain 2 DLC is finally have a release date, which is August 27, which is next week.
Wow.
I've been waiting for this second DLC for like years now.
Yeah, this is
because they just stopped updating the game after they get what happened?
My Luffy fell.
Okay.
Luffy fell.
They stopped updating the game after they got bought by Gearbox. So it's I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry, my heart dropped for a second. I just bought like a little small Luffy figure. It holds a pin,
nice.
So it's very nice. It's a Gear 5. I don't have a Gear 5 Luffy, so it's kind of cool. But then it fell, and I'm like, oh, God, are you okay? Anyways, yes. Sorry about that. But yes, Risk of Rain 2 DLC.
Coming out in next week, August 28th.
All right. I think that is all that we have for this episode. I was trying to look up for Fire Zenobia what year the Old Country is set in. Unfortunately, I do not know, or at least it's not showing up on this. They do say it's they did say in the trailer. I do specifically remember it being in the trailer the year, but it's specifically the developer is actually saying it. When was the Mafia first founded? So,
I'm not sure.
So like when was the Mafia founded? That's the question.
Oh, one last thing. They show a Terry Bogard gameplay for Street Fighter in the pre-show.
They did.
In the pre-show, this is like confusing to me. I thought he was big enough to It's Terry Bogard in Street Fighter.
It's alright. It's alright.
But it's still like Street Fighter 6 though.
Which has been doing great. It's been doing great numbers. Every time I look at the streams, at least like Twitch streams for viewers, it's it's comfortably above, all the other fighting games, being Tekken basically, right?
It is Street Fighter. Like it is Street Fighter. It's like the D fighting game.
It is the fighting game. I guess you also have City of the Wolves also had their couple of trailers. Sorry.
My Shiranui.
Yeah, I was telling my friend, I was like, oh my goodness, why on earth does SNK know how to make the best female characters? I'm sorry. They got me. They got me. I don't know why, but they got me every time. But that game's not coming out until April, I think, or sometime in 2025, but they're going to have 22, I think, characters, 20 or 22 characters. That we've got character customization in the game as well, so you'll be able to like customize your outfits, or at least the colors and stuff like that, and different patterns. And they have a new simplified control scheme, which I actually really enjoyed after playing 2XKO. So I've been looking forward to that, and I'm actually trying to get into there. I want to say Fire Zenobia for Mafia, it's set in the 1900s. That's all the dev said. He didn't give a specific year, but the 1900s in Sicily. I did my homework there. That's all I got. And that's it. That's it, everyone. I don't have anything else. Where can the people find you, Ehe?
It's on the screen. You're gonna find me at just Ehe on Twitter.com. But yeah, play more ZZZ and read Kagurabachi.
I'm still moving through that first issue. Apparently,
nice.
Is it Jujutsu Kaisen ending on September 30th? That's
Yeah,
the
in
last day.
4 or 5 chapters.
Yeah,
it's
5
ending.
chapters. That's it. Kiss that My Hero goodbye, and kiss those cursed Jujutsu Kaisen kids goodbye. Someone somewhere is panicking, or they're not. I don't know. I have no clue what. I haven't opened Jump in a while, so I can't actually say what they're. I will say Kagodabachi is in the middle part of Jump right now.
In what? What do you mean?
So it's so usually in terms of like kind of popularity, they'll put the the highest popularity stuff towards the front of the magazine, and then like
okay.
it's around it's hovering around the
just
middle,
like
which isn't
on,
a
like,
bad
the
thing.
weekly TOC ranking. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. It was ranked number 1. It was above One Piece. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Yeah, and the mid part of the magazine isn't a bad thing, because the mid part is like you need something to hold down the middle section. It's when you start going to the bottom part of the mid part, that's when you start to get. That's the only thing. But yeah, it's in a good spot, and I don't think they really have too much of anything else left at the moment. So with One Piece entering the final arc, 5 more years, 4 more years, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, and you can find me on NinjaTrixta on Twitch and Twitter, Instagram, all the social media stuff, YouTube as well. Come on by the streams. We're currently playing Elden Ring DLC, and then we're also playing a little bit of We Are OFK. And then after we finish We Are OFK, well, I don't know, we'll go into something else, kind of small narrative-based game. But we're still going to be playing Elden Ring. Might even go into the end of the year. Who knows? I'm only playing it twice a week, so maybe 3 times. It's really hard. But fun. Anyways, we'll catch you again next week for episode number 194 of the Unknown Games podcast. Alex will still not be back, but he just, if you can leave in the comments a nice comment for Alex, or for all of us, just let us know. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I'm going to close the show now. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm probably going to stream right after this, too.
Yeah.
I got to play more Elden Ring. The Elden Ring won't let me stop. It won't let me stop.
You went live here accidentally. It was a sign that you need to continue.
It was a sign. I just continue with Elden Ring. That's all that happens. So we'll still be here. So, but that's it for us right now. And we'll catch you later, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.